Truth be told, although there has been a little bit of issues here and there, I still think that 2020 is Canon's year. They have gone all in with this mirrorless lineup, and if you haven't seen the announcements already, they have just announced the EOS C70. And what is this camera? We're gonna have a look today. This is gonna be the first time I really delve into it, but essentially giving you a premise of it, it is the new cinema line of Canon cameras. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name's Dominic, and we're gonna be heading through the Canon official page here in Australia, and we're gonna be seeing all the specs, all the things and everything you need to know about the new EOS C70 cinema camera. Feels good to say that, alrighty. We're gonna flick over to my laptop right now. I'm gonna put my head nice and compact in the corner, and we're gonna come through and have a look at the features here. So looking into this already, we're having a look at the first paragraph even. And what we know from cinema cameras in the past and just across the board is that they are large. You think Canon C300s, you think Reds, you think Arris, all those cameras are quite sizey. And this is claiming to be the smallest cinema grade camera apart from the Blackmagic line, which are your pocket editions that are essentially really good to use. So, cinema within reach, it takes the new RF mount. So this is a mirrorless based camera. It does 422 10-bit 4K 120. And I promise you, in this camera, overheating I think is gonna be a thing of the past, because with these big bulky cameras, they have that fan to push out all that hot air. So let's get excited. Okay, something to be really excited about, even just not going too far down the page already, is this capture contrast, DGO. Is what they're saying that this is essentially is that it takes, while it's recording, two images and stitches them together to get the best dynamic range you can in camera, allowing for the highlights to not be blown out and the shadows to not be crushed. So this is some really powerful technology. I have no doubt that the autofocus on this camera is going to be insane. That's just a given with Canon cameras. Oh, look at that, 4K, 10-bit recording. These are dreams. These are truly dreams. Dual SD card slots for simultaneous recording into backup. It's the standard stuff. They're versatile. So what you can do is you have the new RF mounts, obviously with the new RF glass. However, if you do have EF lenses, you can get the small adapter to put in between to still be able to use the EF lenses on your RF mount C70. So that is great. So I would say if you guys haven't seen these already, go into this and have a look at these behind the scene videos because they're insane. It looks really good, I will say. Just talking about, you know, the aesthetic of the camera. I think Canon cameras have a really nice aesthetic. Sony cameras have a really nice aesthetic. And as a cinema camera that is compact, this looks good. You rock up to a gig with this, you're gonna look good. So in terms of specifications, we have the sensor size, which is a super 35mm sensor. We have inbuilt ND filters at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 stop NDs. Recording formats is XF, AVC Intra, long GOP, MPEG-4, the whole shebang. Recording media is SDs times 2. The weight of it is 1 kilo, 170 grams. That is a heavy camera. HDMI input, yes, and it's 4K. The resolution is also 4K, 16 stops of dynamic range, and that is when you know you're using a cinema grade camera. Autofocus uses the dual pixel CMOS autofocus, dual pixel autofocus guide. What I will say about this little beast of a camera is that essentially you have all these inputs on the side that are professional grade inputs. We're talking XLR inputs for this. We have inbuilt NDs, as I've said. You have multiple inputs. You have headphone jacks, HDMIs, all the things. You've got really, really fine-tuned audio. Can I pull that up? Can I zoom it in? Yeah, here we go. So if we look on the back of the camera here, we have this monstrous battery. It is huge. And you can check the battery levels, but all these inputs here, these little dials are fine-tuned audio inputs. So that is just when you use a dial on audio inputs, it just feels a lot better. You've got these channel inputs, audio status, menus, you got your little scroll wheels, functions, extra function buttons, which are great. Everyone loves function buttons. The little joystick on the back, and it's a flip out screen, which is a big deal because it's attached to the camera also. On the side here we have USB, all the very standard things you'll see, white balance, Kelvin settings, ND filters, peaking. Oh, here's a button for peaking. If this hasn't been tempting already, it is now. AF lock at the front here. So if you know what this little doohickey thingy here is that is literally the point that the sensor is at. So if you're doing manual focus rather, you can set a string on this and measure how far it is so you can set your manual focus. So that is very cinema level, but that is there and it's usable. And Canon. It's a game changer, guys. This is pocket-sized cinema. You can make insane quality stuff with this, and Canon's killing it. The R5, yeah, sure, we're talking like it's an amazing camera, and you've got all the people complain about the overheating issues and blah blah blah. You won't be getting any overheating in this beast of a thing, and the RF line of cameras and lenses is it's gonna blow everything out of the water. I think I'm excited for it. Let's see how much it all ends up costing. I believe this one Australian is going to cost $7,500, which is a hefty amount of money. However, when you do compare it to the C300s or, you know, red cameras, when you're looking at $25,000 upwards, this is pretty damn good. So yeah, let's see how this pans out. That's the Canon EOS C70. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below, all that sort of good stuff. And hopefully one day we might be able to change this viewing angle to see this quality. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, all that sort of good stuff, and I will see you soon. Also, for the next video, stay tuned because I have a really, really cool announcement. So get onto that one. We got exciting things coming. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.